What's going on, guys? It's your boy CMB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let's get into this one really quickly. Now, guys, I'm a little bit late with this one, but I thought it was important to talk about since I am a YouTuber in the boxing space. Now, back on November the 10th, Terence Crawford tweeted out a tweet about YouTubers. So I want to read it to you guys and catch you guys up to speed and give you guys my opinion on what he had to say. So he says here, a lot of y'all YouTubers that just be making their podcasts be killing boxing because y'all don't know what the F y'all be talking about, end quote. Now, let me say this about boxing YouTubers. Because this one here is a double-edged sword. So let me say this first. If it wasn't for YouTubers, boxing YouTubers, I don't think the sport of boxing would be where it is right now. The mainstream media doesn't really cover boxing like that anymore. So when people want to find out about their favorite fighters, of course they're going to come to YouTube. They're going to tune into their favorite channel, talking about their favorite fighter or what's going on with the fights or where the fight's taking place. Of course, you got the big channels like Fight Hype and Fight Hub, covering the sport day in and day out. You have smaller channels, of course, like mine, talking about your favorite boxer, talking about the news, giving updates. And it's a small niche sport in my opinion. And I just think that, YouTubers keep the sport of boxing alive. But with that being said, I do get where Terence Crawford's coming from, because there are a lot of YouTubers who spend their time dogging out fighters and being totally disrespectful of what they have accomplished in the sport. Some of these channels, they'll talk about, the mainstream media, not being biased and not covering things in a fair manner, but then they turn around and do the same thing themselves, sometimes maybe even worse, being totally disrespectful to certain fighters and bigging up other fighters. They're fanboying in a sense, and this is where the problem lies. This is where a lot of times these fighters don't respect boxing YouTubers, because it's usually the person or the channel that's doing that type of stuff is the one with the loudest voice out here in the YouTube space. And I try not to run my channel that way. I do have a small channel. I try to be respectful of the fighters. I critique fights and I give my opinion, and I do give the news on what's going on in boxing, but I never cross that line with disrespecting fighters, because it's not easy to get in that square circle. Everybody can't do that, and there should be a sense of respect for every fighter who steps in that ring, because they can lose their lives in that ring, and a lot of you guys aren't going to do that, but you'll get out here and you'll just make up stuff and just say ridiculous things without doing research on it. And I hear a lot of people talking about how Terence Crawford has never, done anything in the sport of boxing. And I just shake my head when I hear stuff like that coming from a YouTuber, because looking at Terence Crawford, the guy's a 3 division champion. He's a 2-time lineal champion, an undisputed champion at 140 pounds, the current WBO 147 pound champion, and he's been seen as one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. If that's not an accomplishment, I don't know what is. So like I said, I do get where Terence is coming from. I've heard Errol has his issues with certain YouTubers as well. Other boxers, speaking out against, certain things that some YouTubers say. And like I said, it's not a black and white thing. Some YouTubers are going to do that. Some YouTubers are not. I just think that YouTubers should be more responsible when they're talking about fighters. But, it is a free country. People are going to do what they're going to do. And I do understand where Terence Crawford is coming from. But guys, that's all I wanted to say about that. I thought that was important to address. Terence Bud Crawford not feeling some of you YouTubers out there, and I definitely get where he's coming from. But at the same time, YouTubers are the ones that's keeping the sport of boxing alive. So you guys let me know what you think about this in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.